What is going on, everyone, and welcome to r/EntitledParents. In today's first story, a horrible entitled woman who is staying with her kind friend actually DDoSes them and invites men over to that house. Before we jump into that though, first of all guys, if you are not already, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 600,000 by the end of 2020, and it would make for an amazing end to a truly terrible year. So yeah, that'd be great. Please do it. Let's get into the video. Mum's entitled friend called me ugly and went out with random strangers, giving them our address after my mother took her in. My mother met this woman through a divorced women group and became fast friends. She asked if she could stay with us for some time because her husband kicked her out of her house before the divorce and she had nowhere to go. She was staying in a hostel. Out of pity, my mother took her in, and that was a mistake. We soon realized why her ex kicked her out. She started to act like she owned the apartment. She refused to clean the room she slept in, often leaving my mother or myself to pick up her garbage after her. Then she calls random men late at night and talks to them loudly, not even considering I was in the same room trying to sleep. Our couch at that time was too small, so she slept on a mattress on the floor of my room because it was spacious. She makes this stupid comparison with her daughter and me, telling me I wasn't as good looking as her brats, and she dared to tell my mother that she was too fat and manly for my father, which is why there was an issue in the marriage. She described herself as a Mary Sue, whose beauty and talent made men fall for her. Once, I peeked into her social media account, which was filled with seductive photos of herself fishing for male attention. I was starting to feel like we made a mistake taking her in. The last straw was when she started going out with men she met online. She gives them our address without our consent and asks them to come around and pick her up. Sometimes she returns 2 days later. As strangers started to appear at our door, we felt unsafe and told her to meet her dates somewhere else other than our apartment. But she ignored it. When more strangers arrived, my mother packed her bags and left them outside the door, and locked the door while she was out on a date. Of course, she got the message and left the next day. Wow, OP, I reckon you're lucky she left, you know. I was not expecting the story to end that abruptly. You're really fortunate that she actually got the message and didn't, say, this is my house, I'm going to keep staying in it and cause a massive potential fuss. Yeah, of course, you're absolutely right. As soon as she is then giving your address away, I know she lives there, but it's not her house, she doesn't own it, to random men online, nah, that's a step too far. That's literally DDoSing you at that point. Anything could happen, and yeah, I would not feel safe living in that house anymore, so you did the right thing for sure. Now moving on to our second story. Security guard harasses me for waiting for my ride. So I work at an enterprise with a casino, hotel and restaurants. I'm a custodian there and I have been for about a year. And every day afterwards, I wait for any of my family members, or if no one's available to pick me up, an Uber to pick me up. I wait outside the main entrance in a specific spot for rideshare pickups. I had my uniform shirt off, but my uniform pants were still on, for obvious reasons, but I don't know if this security guard is new or whatever, but I was on my phone, listening to my music, and he suddenly came up to me, waving to me. I turned my AirPods off and talked to him. The guard said, Hey, can I help you? Yeah, can you take your AirPods out? No, thank you, I can hear just fine. I have my music off. Okay, whatever. You mind telling me what you're doing out here? I'm waiting for my ride. Why? Oh, okay, I got you. Just wondering, any reason you're waiting here instead of by the employee entrance? Yeah, Uber usually has trouble finding it, because GPS doesn't directly lead to the entrance. So waiting here is just easier, because this spot is made for waiting for rideshare pickups. So... Oh, okay then. Well, do you have your work badge? Yes, it's in my pockets. Can you put it on? I don't think I have to. Yes, you do. It's policy to have it on. No, it's policy to have it on when you're in the building. I'm not in the building, and I'm not even near the entrance. There's no reason for me to have my badge on. Okay, fine. I guess if you want to play that game, can I get your name? I don't think I have to tell you. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you to give me your name. The heck? I'm not giving you anything. You've got no right demanding my information. I've done nothing wrong. You're loitering outside the building, so I need your name to make a report. What the heck? Loitering? I'm waiting for my ride in the rideshare pickup, so obviously I have purpose. I've been doing this for a whole year and I've had no problems. Plenty of security officers seen me waiting here in uniform and don't come to harass me. I'm not harassing you. I'm telling you, you can't be sitting out here with no business. You're not a cop. What makes you think you can do that? I may not be, but I have a right to protect the people here and the building, and you're waiting in the rideshare pickup that's for guests, not for employees. Man, please, I don't feel like dealing with this. I just want to go home. You're not going anywhere until you give me your information. You know what? Do you have a supervisor I can speak with? Yes, I do. Can you please get him out here? He called out his supervisor and I waited for him to come out. After about 10 minutes, he came out and talked to me. The supervisor said, "Hey, so what can I help you with?" "Hi, so your guard here is harassing me for waiting for my ride in the rideshare pickup that's supposedly not for employees, which I find very hard to believe as I've been working here for a year and I always wait here after work. Plenty of cops and guards saw me waiting here and didn't give me any problems for it. Then he starts demanding to have my badge on, even though it's policy to have it on when you're in the building, and I have a right to have it off outside. Then he started demanding for my information to make a report, I guess, and now he's detaining me because I won't give him my personal information." Okay, I understand. Well, you are right. This rideshare pickup is for anyone, and you're allowed to have your badge on or off outside the building here, but you do need to have it on whenever you're inside the building. Yeah, I understand, sir, but listen, I've been harassed for the past 15 minutes and I just want to order my Uber and go home. If you can please just educate him about everything here and get him to leave me alone, that would be great. Okay, yeah, I'll keep that in mind. And you are free to go or stay. Sorry for any inconvenience. Have a nice day. Okay, thank you. Now, before you go, is there a way I can make a complaint? Yeah, there's a number you can contact. I can give it to you if you want, but you can also stop by our main office to make a complaint there. Would you like the number? Yes, please. He gave me the number and they finally left me alone. I'm definitely going to stop at the office and make a complaint about him for harassment. I'll make an update how that goes whenever I decide to do that. Yeah, this guy is definitely a bit of a job's worth. I mean, fair enough, at the start he's asking genuine questions, but as soon as he realizes that you are an actual employee and you're clearly not in the wrong, he just gets so entitled and power hungry within himself, thinking, no, he knows he's messed up. He's like, oh no, F. I need to do something about this. I need to show that I am the superior being in this whole situation, and just comes with a load of rubbish about, reporting you and you have to wear your badge when he obviously knows you don't have to. It's clear he's just been absolutely schooled by you, OP. Thank God the supervisor was at least a bit understanding and understood that yes, you can make a complaint. Yes, I will tell the security guard, the way to act properly. And yes, OP, you were completely right in the situation. You've been doing it for a long time and you can continue to do it because obviously it's completely legal and the guard's just going off on one, spouting a load of rubbish. OP, you did well here. You stood up well. Make that complaint, please, and update us all. I'm very interested to see what happens. Now moving on to our final post. Karen won't get out of the handicapped parking space and gets angry when she gets blocked in. Here I was, thinking that I'd ran out of entitled people's stories that don't involve my mother, but I'm back with yet another one. This happened a few days ago. I'm recovering from abdominal surgery 12 days prior to when this happened. I was finally feeling up for shopping and there were things I needed from the hardware store. I'm a 30-year-old disabled female in a wheelchair, incomplete quadriplegic, and I don't have a car, so I got a taxi there, one with a ramp on the back so I don't have to get out of my wheelchair. Mr. Taximan, who we'll call Bruce, dropped me off and I went in to do my thing. Nothing out of the ordinary. When I finished my shopping, I called to get the taxi back. It would be a 15-minute wait, but it was such a nice day that I didn't mind waiting outside. As I was waiting, I noticed that someone was parked in the disabled parking space, but there were no disabled tags on the windscreen. Annoying, but I honestly didn't care at that point. I just wanted to get home. About 10 minutes later, I saw a middle-aged woman walk out of the store and went straight to that car. She opened the boot, put her shopping in, and went around to the driver's side. But instead of getting in though, she got out a cigarette and started looking at her phone. A few minutes after that, I saw my taxi arrive. Bruce, being the polite and patient man he is, waited for the woman to drive out of the car space. Karen knew he was waiting for her, and she was dang sure she was parking illegally in the disabled parking space. But do you think she cared? She finished her cigarette and just got into her car. We waited and waited, then waited some more until Bruce got rightly fed up and parked the taxi directly behind Karen's car, blocking her in. This is when things got interesting. Karen began to honk her horn repetitively for a few seconds before she got out of her car. She then said, "What the bleeding heck do you think you're doing? You've blocked me in." Bruce said, in a mocking, apologetic tone, "I'm very sorry, Mom, but I needed the car space, and you seem to want to stay there. Just thought I'd do you a favor. Now, if you don't mind, I have a job to do." Bruce gestured in my direction as I gave Karen a big, that's capital, bold, big, smile. I hate confrontation, so I appreciated Bruce doing it for me. Bruce got in the car and fastened me in and my wheelchair into place, all the while with Karen yelling profanities and threatening to call the police. If it were any other day, I would have been happy to call the police so Karen would get a fine, but I just wanted to go home. It only took a few minutes before I was secured in the car and we left, but I made sure to give Karen a smile and a one-finger salute through the window as we were leaving, which made the encounter all the more sweeter. Yeah, look, OP, I totally get why you didn't, call the police for a fine or whatever in this situation. You just wanted to go home. But, otherwise, this Karen's not going to learn her lesson, surely. You can't just do those things. But it's so stupid. How are people so dumb? Honestly, I read these stories quite a lot, guys. Pretty much every day I read these stories. And I'm thinking to myself, even at this point, after doing this for nearly 2 years, I still just cannot understand how some people are so brain dead. I don't even care about this story in particular, by the way. I'm just saying in general. It's an absolute mad... Do people not understand that disabled parking spots are for disabled people so they can live their lives better because they are massively handicapped? What the it's mental. It's a joke. The whole subreddit is a joke. The stories are mad. But yeah, that's why we love them, I guess. I mean, it's just it's so stupid. Have I said it's stupid, by the way? I don't know. I'm done with this subreddit for the day. I need to have a little break. I need to calm down. I need to go eat some food, relax, have a shower, have a nice cold bath, and just make myself calm down. Because every time I read these stories, I get more and more infuriated and just perplexed at the level of stupidity and entitlement. It's making me lose my breath. I need to go to the end screen, so we're going to go there right now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed a little rant, then make sure you're subscribed as I calm down. If you want some merch like this, you can get some down here. And if you want to watch all of my Entitled Parents videos, for some reason you want to get more and more angry, just like I'm getting right now, that's there as well. All right, guys, I'm going to end this. I'm going to see you, later today, tomorrow, who knows, with another video. Whew. Bye.